Picture this. It's 1945, and soldiers on the front lines are eagerly awaiting their letter from their loved ones back home. But their letters remain undelivered, stuck in a backlog of more than 17 million pieces of mail. Enter Major Charity Adams, a trailblazing African-American woman who led the all-black, all-female 6,888th Central Postal Directory Battalion to clear that massive backlog and boost morale for soldiers fighting for our country.
Curious and sometimes obscure pieces of history make some of the best stories. We are Vince and Angela. We travel mostly full-time and love history. We run into a lot of these stories and share them weekly in short form here on Historic Footnotes.
Born in Columbia, South Carolina in 1918, Adams was one of only a few black women accepted into the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps, which later became the Women's Army Corps. Her impressive leadership skills quickly caught the eye of her superiors, and she was later commissioned as the Corps' first black woman officer and the first to command a battalion of black women. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for Adams and her battalion. They faced significant challenges in the segregated army of the time. Nevertheless, in 1945, Adams was given the daunting task of leading over 800 women to clear the massive backlog of mail in Europe. And let me tell you, in a world where instant messaging and emails are the norm today, it's easy to forget just how important mail was to soldiers back then. Letters from home were the lifeline for soldiers, and the government knew how crucial. As the war effort increased, so did the volume of mail, overwhelming the military postal system. The 6,888th Central Postal Directory Battalion became the beacon of hope for soldiers. Adams led a team of highly skilled women who were experts in typing and stenography and who were recruited from all over the United States. They worked tirelessly, often in cold, damp conditions with no running water or heat. Despite these challenging circumstances, the women worked around the clock, 8 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. In just a few months, they cleared through all 17 million pieces of mail, improving the efficiency of the Postal Service and giving soldiers the boost they needed. Adams continued to serve the military after the war, rising to the rank of lieutenant colonel. She was a fierce advocate for women's rights and civil rights, using her position to improve opportunities for women and African Americans in the military and beyond. Her incredible achievements were finally recognized after her death in 1996, when she was inducted into the Military Intelligence Hall of Fame. Major Charity Adams was a true trailblazer, breaking down barriers and paving the way for future generations of women and African Americans in the military. Her legacy continues to inspire and motivate people to break down barriers and achieve their dreams. She will always be remembered as a hero and a true pioneer in the fight for equality.
If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe on your favorite podcast platform and give us a rating to help more people find Historic Footnotes.